Hi, this is Ronald. Boy, I was watching some of my videos over the last year. 2019 began New Year's Day. I was talking to my mother and my sister about what my final wishes were. About it kind of freaked them out, but I think I had decided at the beginning of this year that I was probably toward the end of my life. At the end of the year, I'm diagnosed with pseudo Parkinson's from HIV disease, and I'm planning a future. Life is really strange. I'm not sure exactly what's ahead, but I guess I finally reached the point of thy will be done. I am a truly unique individual that doesn't fit in many places. The second therapist that I ever had that I saw to deal with my coming out issues when I realized I was a gay man in a world that didn't respect that told me about 2 years into our therapy sessions, Ronnie, you don't fit in many places. And she basically suggested that I should go back to Metropolitan Community Church with the Reverend Troy Perry's ministry for gay and lesbian people in an ecumenical ministry that included a communion like Catholicism. And I don't really know where I fit in anymore. I don't fit in many places. Where I seemed to fit in last night, one of the people that I love was kind of deriding those people that love God and always talking about God. That to love God or to talk about God or to pray was something to be ashamed of. I guess a lot of gay people feel that way, and there's been a time in my life when I felt that way. So I don't mean to be judgmental and think that I'm better than my friend. It's not that I want to say there's anything wrong with his feeling that way, and maybe I am too preoccupied on God. I want to be a minister, and I guess my life is just too screwed up to accomplish that fact. But I feel a deep longing and calling to God almost every day of my life. And yet a lot of gay people feel like they're alienated from God, that the church has told them that they're sinful and they just don't want a relationship with God. I just don't fit in many places. I guess I kind of fit in with MCC, but a long time ago I guess I was failed there. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. It became not a place of safety, but I guess it was really for the enemy of Christ trying to drive me away from what I could learn from Reverend Troy Perry and MCC, and drove me off into the world to pursue hedonism or to pursue the means of the world rather than to pursue the meaning of Christ. And it ended up taking me to religious science, Ernest Holmes, and then eventually to Charles and Myrtle Fillmore in Unity, and to Imelda Kramer and Nona Brooks of Divine Science, all students of Emma Curtis Hopkins and New Thought Ministries out of the seminary she had in Chicago with Mary Plunkett. And I guess I've learned everything, probably most everything I needed to learn from MCC, I learned from New Thought. I just don't fit in many places because I don't think New Thought wants me back. I think MCC is angry that I didn't come back several years ago. And basically, I'm just the person that wants to run around naked in the woods like Mary Bysshe Shelley or Walt Whitman, rather than be a real respectable person sitting at an altar trying to be God, or to, I shouldn't say be God, trying to channel the presence of God as a minister in a church like MCC or even religious science or unity. I like being a nonconformist, hence I don't fit in many places. When I try to fit in places, I guess people always offend what I am or find what I am a little bit humorous or a little bit foibles or a little bit non-conforming, and they just want me to conform because they want me to earn what they think I'm deserving of. Because there's a great potential, a great intelligence, a great worth, a great integrity, a great honesty in me, worthy of a lot more than I receive. But I simply don't receive a lot because I don't conform to what people expect, and I guess I kind of like to shock people. I guess I kind of like to shock people. I am a lot probably like Percy Bysshe Shelley. I have not read his biography. I have seen the movie that they did about him several years ago, and I've seen the movie about Mary Shelley. And I guess as a mortal man, I'm a lot like Shelley, and as in the cellular level, the soul, the light of God within me is a lot like Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. The resurrected life that feels very alienated from the world that it was brought back to. Hence, I don't fit in many places. And when I go to my friends that I love and honor and cherish so much, and they kind of laugh at me for loving God, because I'm the gay faggot that goes and gets all the self abuse from the church. Or I go to the church that thinks I'm sinful for being attracted to men. I realize I don't fit in many places. And today, I'm almost okay with that. I wish I could find my Percy Bysshe Shelley, my Walt Whitman, run around naked in the woods, writing poetry and loving God. May Christ be with you. It's almost Thanksgiving. I have a lot to be thankful for. I began this year planning my death, and I'm ending it starting to think what's possible to come in the future. May all of us traverse our dark night of the soul. Love and peace to everyone. Amen for Christianity. So be it for religious science and Ernest Holmes. Namaste for the many wonderful teachers of yoga and Buddhism. So be it for Charles and Myrtle Fillmore and the Elder Kramer and Nona Brooks of divine science. Shante for Hinduism. Sila, which comes out of the Psalms, and Charles Fillmore talks about in one of his books, and a dear friend of mine as well. And Shalom, which means peace. And I guess I finally found shalom and peace. May we all find what we're striving for in life. Go with God. I love you. I don't know what to say here. I don't want to say goodbye. I don't want to say... maybe I say let's just continue forward joyfully, lovingly, and peacefully to a new day and a new opportunity for growth. I still want to end with something other than amen, and so it is, namaste, so be it, shante, sila, shalom. I guess I'm striving for my 8th blessing, and I don't know what it is yet, so maybe say a prayer that I figure it out. I'll see you on the flip side.